Pure vibrational and vibrational rotational spectra of diatomic molecules, infrared spectra. Vibrational energy levels of a simple harmonic oscillator. A simple harmonic oscillator is the one in which the restoring force is proportional to the displacement in accordance with Hooke's law, that is F is equal to minus kx, where k is called the force constant. For such an oscillator, the potential energy is given by 1 by 2 kx square. This is the equation for a parabola, and hence a parabolic potential energy curve is obtained as shown in figure. Using the concepts of quantum mechanics, it can be seen that if the vibratory motion of the nuclei of a diatomic molecule is taken as equivalent to that of a simple harmonic oscillator, then the vibrational energy is given by the equation EV is equal to V plus 1 by 2 into h mu, where V is the frequency of vibration and mu is the vibrational quantum number with allowed values of 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. Putting V is equal to C by lambda CVE bar or C omega E, where VE bar or omega E represent the equilibrium vibrational frequency in terms of wave number. Equation 3 may be written as EV is equal to V plus 1 by 2 into HC omega E. Putting V is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. in equation 4, it may be seen that the vibrational energy levels of a harmonic oscillator are equally spaced. These are shown diagrammatically in figure. For the lowest vibrational level, V is equal to 0. The energy for this level will therefore be E node is equal to 1 by 2 Hc omega E. This is called zero-point energy. It implies that even at absolute zero, where all translational and rotational motion ceases in a crystal, the residual energy of vibration E naught still remains. That is, the vibrational motion still exists. Selection rule for the vibrational transition in a simple harmonic oscillator. The gross selection rule for a molecular vibration is that the electric dipole moment must change when the atoms are displaced. Here note that the molecule need not have a permanent dipole. Based on this, the specific selection rule for vibrational transition is delta V is equal to plus minus 1. That is, change in vibrational quantum number should be unity. Transitions for which delta V is equal to plus 1 correspond to absorption, and those where delta V is equal to minus 1 corresponds to emission. Vibrational spectra of a simple harmonic oscillator. Applying the selection rule, as the transition can take place between the vibrational levels whose vibrational quantum numbers differ by unity, that is delta V is equal to plus minus 1, the energy absorbed by a diatomic molecule, taking it as a simple harmonic oscillator, when the transition takes place from V to V plus 1, level will be given by delta EV is equal to V plus 1 by 2 into Hc omega E minus V plus 1 by 2 into Hc omega E equal to Hc omega E. Delta E by Hc is equal to omega E. Delta V bar is equal to omega E. The only absorption line will be obtained in the vibrational spectrum whose wave number is equal to the equilibrium vibrational frequency of the diatomic molecule. Otherwise, too, as the vibrational levels are equally spaced, any transition from V to V plus 1 will give rise to the same energy change, and hence only one absorption line is expected. Further, at room temperature, as most of the molecules are in the lowest ground state vibrational level with V is equal to 0, therefore the transitions taking place are from V is equal to 0 to V is equal to 1. The frequency thus observed is called the fundamental frequency. These spectra are observed in the infrared IR region. Types of molecules showing vibrational spectra. As already mentioned, the gross selection rule for a diatomic molecule to give a vibrational spectrum is that the dipole moment of the molecule must change when the atoms are displaced due to vibration, so that it can set the electromagnetic field into oscillation. The condition required is only the change in dipole moment, possibly from zero, and the molecule need not have a permanent dipole moment. For example, in case of homonuclear diatomic molecules like H2, O2, N2, etc., which have only stretching motion, vibrations, and no bending motion or vibrations, the dipole moment does not change during vibration. Hence, these molecules do not give vibrational spectra, that is, they are said to be infrared inactive. On the other hand, heteronuclear diatomic molecules like HCl, CO, NO, etc., and polyatomic molecules like CO2, H2O, CH4, C2H4, etc., which show change in dipole moment in some mode of vibration, give vibrational spectra and are said to be infrared active. Vibrational energy levels of an enharmonic oscillator. When a molecule is undergoing simple harmonic oscillation, the restoring force of the harmonic vibration is directly proportional to the displacement, and the energy of the harmonic oscillator is given by EV is equal to V plus 1 by 2 into Hc omega E, where V is the vibrational quantum number which may be 0 or an integer, and omega is the equilibrium frequency of vibration of the oscillator, that is for small displacement. Strictly speaking, the movement of a real oscillator is not perfectly harmonic. This is because as the displacement increases, the restoring force becomes weaker, and for large enough amplitude of vibration, the atoms of the molecule must fall apart. That is, the molecule must dissociate into atoms. Such a real oscillator is said to be an enharmonic oscillator. P.M. Morse in 1929 suggested that the above equation has to be modified for an enharmonic oscillator by including one additional term as follows. EV is equal to V plus 1 by 2 into Hc omega E minus V plus 1 by 2 whole square into Hc Xc omega E, where X is called the enharmonicity constant. Putting V is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on in equation 1 and 2, the energy levels of the harmonic oscillator and the enharmonic oscillator may be obtained. It may be seen that whereas the energy levels of a harmonic oscillators are equally spaced, those of the enharmonic oscillators are not equally spaced but fall more closely together as the quantum numbers increases. Further, whereas the potential energy curve for harmonic oscillator is a parabola, that of the enharmonic oscillator is as shown in figure. Selection rules for the vibrational transitions of an enharmonic oscillator. Whereas the selection rule for the harmonic oscillator is delta V is equal to plus minus 1, the selection rules for the enharmonic oscillator are delta V is equal to plus minus 1, plus minus 2, plus minus 3 and so on. Thus all types of vibrational transitions are possible. However, the transition from V is equal to 0 to V is equal to 1 is found to be most intense due to greater population of these energy levels and is called the fundamental absorption. The transition from V is equal to 0 to V is equal to 2 has a very weak intensity and is called the first overtone. The transitions from V is equal to 0 to V is equal to 3 has still weaker intensity and is called the second overtone, and so on. Vibrational rotational spectra. Pure vibrational spectra are obtained only for liquids where rotational motion is hindered due to interaction between the liquid molecules. However, in case of gaseous molecules, as the energy required for rotation is much less than that required for vibration, the vibrational motion is always accompanied by rotational motion, and hence we do not have a pure vibrational spectra. Instead, we have a vibrational rotational spectra lying in the infrared region. As rotational motion and vibrational motion takes place independent of each other, applying Born-Oppenheimer approximation, the total energy of the molecule may be taken as the sum of the rotational energy and the vibrational energy, which is much larger than the former. Thus, E total is equal to E rotational plus E vibrational, or it can be written as E V into J is equal to EJ plus EV. Expressing in terms of wave number, it can be written as mu V into comma J bar is equal to V J bar plus V V bar. But from equation 4 section 3.15 and equation 2 section 3.26, V J bar is equal to B J into J plus 1. V mu bar is equal to V plus 1 by 2 omega E minus V plus 1 by 2 square Xc omega E. Substituting these values in equation 15, we get V bar is equal to Bj J plus 1 plus V plus 1 by 2 omega E minus V plus 1 by 2 square Xc omega E. Here V bar represent the wave number of a rotational level with quantum number J in the vibrational level with quantum number V. From equation 6, it is clear that in the same vibrational level, so that V is equal to constant, there will be a number of rotational levels corresponding to J is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3. When a transition takes place from a level with quantum number V and J to a level with quantum number V dash and J dash, the energy change expressed in terms of wave number will be given by delta V bar is equal to Bj dash into J dash plus 1 plus V dash plus 1 by 2 into omega E minus V dash plus 1 by 2 whole square Xc omega E. Restricting to the transition from V is equal to 0 to V dash is equal to 1, we get B into J dash minus J into J plus J dash plus 1 minus 2 Xc omega E. Putting 1 minus 2 Xc into omega E is equal to omega naught, we can write delta V bar is equal to omega naught plus B into J dash minus J into J plus J dash plus 1. For transition with delta J is equal to plus 1, that is J dash minus J is equal to plus 1 or J dash is equal to J plus 1. Delta V bar is equal to omega naught plus 2B into J plus 1, where J is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. For transition with delta J is equal to minus 1, that is J dash minus J is equal to minus 1 or J is equal to J dash plus 1. Delta V bar is equal to omega naught minus 2B into J dash plus 1, where J dash is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. Combining equation 10 and 11, we get delta V bar is equal to omega naught plus 2Bm, where m is equal to J plus 1 in equation 10 and m is equal to minus into J dash plus 1 in equation 11 as J is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3. This means that in equation 12 m is equal to plus minus 2 plus minus 3 and so on. Plus sign for delta J is equal to plus 1 and minus sign for delta J is equal to minus 1. The nature of the vibration rotational spectra can be predicted from equation 12 as follows. As m is not equal to 0, therefore line corresponding to the frequency omega naught will not appear in the spectrum. The wave number is called the band center or band origin. As m is equal to plus minus 1, plus minus 2, plus minus 3 and so on, it follows that the spectrum will consist of equally spaced lines on each side of the band center, with spacing equal to 2b between any two adjacent lines. Keeping in view the selection rule delta J is equal to plus minus 1, the absorption transitions that can take place from level V is equal to 0 to V is equal to 1 and the corresponding lines obtained in the spectrum may be represented as shown in figure. P, Q are branches of the vibrational rotation spectra. In equation 12, omega naught represents the fundamental frequency. This is called the center or origin of the fundamental band. For delta J is equal to minus 1, lines with frequency lower than the fundamental frequency are obtained. These lines are called the P branch of the spectrum. For delta J is equal to plus 1, lines with the frequency greater than the fundamental frequency are obtained. These lines are called the R branch of the spectrum. For delta J is equal to 0, that is when a vibrational transition occurs without accompanied by rotational transitions. Example, in case of nitric oxide, delta V bar is equal to omega naught. That is, a single line should be obtained at the center. In actual practice, as the rotational constant of the two vibrational levels are slightly different, a cluster of closely spaced lines appear at the center. This group of lines is called the Q branch of the spectrum. When this type of transition is forbidden, example in case of HCl, a gap appears at the center. Intensities of the lines in P and R branches. It is important to note that intensities of the lines in P and R branch of the type shown in figure will be observed only if the resolving power of the spectrometer is very high. If the resolving power is not so high, then the spectrum observed is as shown in figure. Structural information from infrared spectrum. By carefully locating the band center corresponding to the transition V is equal to 0 to V dash is equal to 1 fundamental transitions and the transition V is equal to 0 to V dash is equal to 2 first overtone, the value of the frequency omega E and the enharmonicity constant Xc can be obtained. Also, the frequency separation between any two adjacent lines of the P branch or R branch gives the value of 2B. Knowing the values of omega E and Xc, the force constant and dissociation energy of the molecule can be calculated, and knowing the value of B, the moment of inertia and bond length of the diatomic molecule can be calculated as explained below. Calculation of moment of inertia and bond length. As discussed in the rotational spectra, B is equal to H divided by 8 pi square IC. Therefore, frequency separation delta V bar is equal to 2B is equal to h divided by 4 pi square IC. Thus, knowing the frequency separation, the moment of inertia, and hence the internuclear distance, that is bond length of a diatomic molecule, can be calculated. Calculation of force constant. Taking the simple case where a diatomic molecule may be considered as a simple harmonic oscillator, that is an oscillator in which the restoring force F is directly proportional to the displacement in accordance with Hooke's law, we have F is equal to minus kx, where x is the displacement and is equal to the distance to which the atoms have been stretched, r minus equilibrium distance between the atoms, Re, that is x is equal to r minus Re. K in equation 13 is called force constant. Thus, if x is equal to 1 cm, k is equal to minus f. Hence, force constant may be defined as the restoring force per unit displacement or per centimeter of a harmonic oscillator. It is found to be related to the equilibrium vibrational frequency omega e according to equation omega e is equal to 1 upon 2 pi into k divided by mu square root, where mu is the reduced mass of the system. To calculate k, equation 14 can be rewritten as k is equal to 4 pi square omega e square mu. K is equal to 4 pi square omega e square into m1 into m2 divided by m1 plus m2, where m1 and m2 are the masses of the oscillating atoms. Thus, knowing vibration frequency omega e and the masses of the atoms of the diatomic molecules, the force constant K can be calculated. Note that omega e is in centimeter inverse. However, a problem arises with the polyatomic molecules because each bond has a different force constant. This problem is solved by assuming that a force constant is associated not only with every bond but also with every bond angle. A detailed study of such molecules is beyond the scope of the present book. The force constant for a number of bonds have been determined. It is found that force constant increases almost directly with the multiplicity of the bond. This is illustrated by some values given below. Bond carbon-carbon single bond force constant in dynes per centimeter is equal to 4.6 into 10 raised to the power 5. For carbon-carbon double bond, force constant is equal to 9.5 into 10 raised to the power 5. Carbon-carbon triple bond, force constant is equal to 15.8 into 10 raised to the power 5. Thus, the multiplicity of the bond can be predicted from the value of the force constant. For example, the force constant for carbon-oxygen triple bond in carbon monoxide is 18.6 into 10 raised to the power 5 dynes per centimeter, whereas the force constant for carbon dioxide is 15.2 into 10 raised to the power 5 dynes per centimeter. This result confirms that CO2 has resonating structure containing both carbon-oxygen double bond and triple bond. Calculation of equilibrium dissociation energy. The equilibrium dissociation energy of a diatomic molecule is given by dE is equal to omega E divided by 4xe. This is the dissociation energy when it is measured from the bottom of the Morse potential energy curve. The true dissociation energy is, however, measured from the ground level, V is equal to 0, and is given by dissociation energy at ground level is equal to omega E divided by 4xe minus 1 by 2 into omega E into 1 minus 1 by 2 xe. Normal bond modes of vibration of polyatomic molecules. A diatomic molecule has only one mode of vibration, that is oscillation of the two atoms along the lines of centers, and so it gives a comparatively simple spectrum. A polyatomic molecule consisting of n atoms has 3 n degree of freedom, that is, the coordinates required to specify the position of all the nitrogen nuclei. Out of these, there are translational degree of freedom. Further, if the molecule is linear, say along z-axis, there are 2 rotational degrees of freedom corresponding to 2 independent mode of rotation, one about x-axis and the other about y-axis. The remaining 3n minus 3 minus 2 is equal to 3n minus 5 are the vibrational degree of freedom. On the other hand, a non-linear molecule has 3 rotational degree of freedom corresponding to rotation about 3 mutually perpendicular axes. So the remaining 3n minus 3 minus 3 is equal to 3n minus 6 are the vibrational degree of freedom. The number of vibrational degree of freedom as calculated above corresponding to the normal modes of vibration of the polyatomic molecule, as otherwise the vibration motion of a polyatomic molecule may be very complicated. A normal mode of vibration satisfies the following two conditions. First one, the nuclei move in phase, that is, the nuclei pass through the extreme of their motion simultaneously. Second, the motion of the nuclei are such that the center of mass does not move and the molecule as a whole does not rotate. The above two conditions imply that different atoms move different distances. Each mode of vibration has definite frequency. Further, two or more different modes may have the same frequency. They are then said to be degenerate. The various modes of vibration are either symmetric or antisymmetric or asymmetric. In case of linear molecules, these may be further stretching or bending. In case of a triatomic linear molecule like CO2, normal modes of vibration is equal to 3n minus 5 is equal to 4. One of these V1 bar is symmetric stretching vibration, the second V2 bar is asymmetrical stretching vibration, and the third and fourth are bending but degenerate, that is V3 bar is equal to V4 bar, as they differ only in the fact that the motion takes place in the two mutually perpendicular planes. These are shown in figure. It may be noted that stretching vibrations have higher frequency than the bending vibrations. It is usually so because larger force is required to stretch a bond than to deform the bond angle. On the other hand, in case of a triatomic non-linear molecule like H2O, normal modes of vibration is equal to 3n minus 6 is equal to 3 into 3 minus 6 is equal to 3. All these are non-degenerate. Two of these, V1 bar and V2 bar, are asymmetrical, while the third, V3 bar, is antisymmetrical as shown in figure. Another way of classification of different vibrational modes is on the basis of direction of change of the dipole moment of the molecule accompanying the vibration. If there is no change, that is, the direction remains parallel to the axis of symmetry of the molecule, it is called parallel vibration, and if there is a change which is in a direction perpendicular to the axis of symmetry of the molecule, it is called perpendicular vibration. Thus, in case of CO2, V1 bar and V2 bar are parallel vibrations, whereas V3 bar is equal to V4 bar is perpendicular vibration. Similarly, in case of H2O, V1 bar and V2 bar are parallel vibrations, whereas V3 bar is perpendicular vibration. Further, for asymmetrical linear molecules like CO2, which does not have any dipole moment, the symmetric stretch V1 bar does not produce any dipole moment. Such a vibration is not active in the infrared. On the other hand, the vibration V2 bar and V3 bar of CO2 as well as all the three modes of vibration of H2O are accompanied by change of dipole moment during vibration, and therefore all these are active in infrared spectrum. Isotopic effect on the vibration rotation spectra. Taking the example of vibration rotation spectra of HCl, it is found that if the resolving power of the spectrometer is high, each individual line of the spectrum is found to consist of doublets having a wavelength difference of about 27 angstrom. This splitting is due to presence of the two isotopes of chlorine, that is chlorine 35 and chlorine 37 in HCl. These isotopes with different masses result into different moment of inertia I and the fundamental frequency of vibration omega E for HCl 35 and HCl 37. Hence, they produce splitting of lines. Vibrational frequencies of different functional groups. The vibrational spectra, infrared spectra of polyatomic molecules are very useful for the identification of organic compounds or for testing the purity of a compound by comparing its infrared spectrum with that of the pure compound. As already explained, a molecule made up of n atoms has 3n-5 or 3n-6 normal bonds of vibrations. These vibrations may be divided into two parts, that is skeletal vibrations and group vibrations. The skeletal vibrations involve all the atoms of the molecule, whereas group vibration involve the vibration of a small group of atoms whose atoms have more vigorous vibration than the rest of the atoms. These vibration takes place when the molecule absorbs energy in the infrared region. The energies thus absorbed are usually expressed in terms of wave number, that is centimeter inverse. It is observed that skeletal vibration takes place when the absorption of energy is up to 1500 centimeter inverse. They are characteristics of the molecule as a whole, that is whether it is linear, branched or has benzenoid structure, etc. This part of the spectrum is called fingerprint region. However, certain groups of atoms or functional groups, irrespective of the molecule in which they are present, absorb at a particular wave number greater than 1500 centimeter inverse to exhibit group vibrations. A few functional groups show absorption in the fingerprint region, thus they give rise to characteristic absorption bands in the spectrum. The frequencies in terms of wave number at which different functional groups show absorption are listed below for some very common functional groups or group of atoms. The group absorption frequency delta V bar is related to the force constant K of the bond and the reduced mass mu of the group according to the approximate relation delta V bar is equal to 1 upon 2 pi c under root K divided by mu. That is, delta mu bar increases with increase in force constant and decreases with increase in reduced mass. First one, the groups carbon, hydrogen, carbon, fluorine, carbon, chlorine, carbon, bromine have reduced mass in order of mu carbon hydrogen is less than mu of Cf is less than mu of CCl is less than of mu Cbr. Hence their absorption frequencies are in the reverse order, that is CH is greater than Cf is greater than CCl is greater than carbon bromine bond. Second, for the groups carbon carbon single bond, carbon carbon double bond and carbon carbon triple bond, the force constant are in the order of carbon carbon triple bond is greater than carbon carbon double bond is greater than carbon carbon single bond. Hence their absorption frequencies are in order carbon carbon triple bond is greater than carbon carbon double bond and is greater than carbon carbon single bond.